Do you think these are just normal spikes? If you get hit by it, your body will be filled with thorns and become a scary zombie. At the gas station, a man is sitting in a chair. Comfort, eat potato chips. Then suddenly, strange sounds coming from the grass behind. Curious nature rises, he cautiously approaches. Right now, a scary creature is coming out of the grass and dive into the man. After a scream, the man was logged out of the earth. At the same time, a young couple, Review and Bali, driving to the suburbs for camping. They both quickly found an open space and hastily set up the tent, but they don't seem to have any experience. After a while, it still doesn't work. They even broke the tent pole. Nothing in this world is hard if you just give up. They don't want to sleep in the dark. Finally, decided to find a hostel to get a good night's sleep. Next to Kia, Dennis and Galaxy are a couple on the run. They're going to Mexico to start a new life. But the car broke down in the middle of the road. They both had to leave the car and walk. On the way, they met a Czech couple. To catch the car successfully, Lecy stood on the side of the road and stopped the car. Even though the car stopped, Lightning was still very cautious. Even when the couple is hesitating. I don't know if I should get out of the car or not. Dennis lost his patience. He came out with a gun and raped the two of them. For people, get in the car. At the request of Dennis, Bali drove all the way. That night, the car hit something with a flat tire. When changing tires, Dennis was accidentally hit by a hand. If you look closely, the tires are really full of spikes. Follow the blood on the road. Lightning and laser detection. What was hit by the car was a hedgehog. Has been pierced into pieces. Lightning thought it was dead. Put your hand out to check the situation. But I can't believe the meat is crushed. Gradually recovered under the impact of the spikes. This one almost hit Lightning. This scene startled Lecy. Hurry and shoot 2 shots. The hedgehog is a PhD in biology. But the Czech Republic can't explain this strange phenomenon. Can't stay here long. The 4 of them quickly drove away. The spiky trolley tires were left on the side of the road. They don't, or know the thorns seem to have life. And it's growing rapidly. They've been driving for a long time. Then to a gas station. I found out that there's not a single shadow here. They're divided into 3 sets that fill up the car. Dennis and Bali went to the convenience store to find stuff. I went to the bathroom alone. But the poker didn't open the door. It's like being stopped by something. Until it opens. It was the man at the gas station. At the beginning of the story, you're covered in thorns and you fall into a pool of blood. In pain. Lecy scared to run away. The man stood up twisting like a zombie. Lesser horror. Go find Dennis and tell him there's a zombie in the bathroom. But Dennis didn't believe it. While talking, the zombies caught up and killed Lecy. Dennis fast hand fast I kill zombies successfully. And then you sneak into the convenience store. Bali plans to call the police, but Dennis threw the phone away. You're a fugitive with a criminal record. Notifying the police is nothing but getting into the net yourself. Worried about your identity being revealed? Dennis took all the 6 blocks that the surveillance cameras picked up. When you just glanced at the screen 6, Lacer seemed to be still moving. I realized my wife could still be saved. I want to open the door to save you. But the SEC found out. The state of Lacer, identical to the state of zombies. He was raped by Dennis with a gun. I dare not tell the truth. Dennis asked for vigilance. And I'm going to get the poker. Dragging her to the convenience store. Pally was afraid that Lacer would turn into a zombie. Be determined to lock the door. Dennis immediately pulled out a gun and threatened her with opening the door. While you're screaming to negotiate with Bali, Lacer has turned into a zombie. Immediately move and grab my leg. The situation is critical. The good set finally opened the door and dragged Dennis inside. Then close the door with all your might. He gripped Lacer's outstretched hand. But the next scene, that completely shocked 3 people. Lacer's hands were only half left. It's not just moving, but inside there are spikes. Fortunately, Dennis threw a sandbag down and crushed it. It's totally a doctor. Seth has never seen a living thing. Hurry up to observe. After a study, I told the 2 Kia that this thorn can't seem to survive alone. To parasitize on other organisms. Too much information, both of you. Before they could fully understand, there was movement outside the door. Lecy stood up. Immediately started frantically banging on the door. To see the one I love. Dennis didn't want to leave. But Seth quickly pulled him away. They want to get out the back door, but the door is locked. Seth ran to the kitchen for the keys. But I didn't see anything for a long time. Finally, follow Dennis's instructions. I took a screwdriver. The desperate thing is that even though the wooden door has been opened, there's a locked iron door outside. While all 3 thought they'd be stuck here, a female police officer shows up at the door. She caught a glimpse of Dennis, asking you to give up resistance, quickly surrender, and seek the assistance of the police. Via radio, Seth and Bali are excited. Tell the policewoman there are zombies outside. Quickly hide in the car. Of course the policewoman didn't believe it. When I saw the blood on the glass, she was shocked and questioned all 3 of them. What did they do? Zombies are suddenly on the roof. Spikes fall straight into the female police officer's face. You haven't had time to react. Was brutally killed by zombies. The lower half was left at the door. The top half of the body was dragged by zombies to the roof. Bali, without its only hope of rescue, is about to burst into tears. But this danger is not over. Another danger has come. Do you remember? Dennis was stabbed while changing a tire. No. Now the injured finger has turned black. But Lightning and Bali still don't know that. After he calmed down, Bali decided to save himself. Dennis said he could pour oil on the back steps. then light it up. Nearby trees will attract fire alarms. Although lightning is vehemently opposed to this dangerous act. But your words. It doesn't seem threatening. Dennis and Bali rush for oil. A voice suddenly came from the machine. The police officer's radio dropped at the door. If you get it, you can contact the police. Dennis didn't want to. But what's more important than protecting lives? Opening the door is too dangerous. Set nimble saw hanging clothes. I made a hook out of a clothes hanger. But it's still a little bit short to reach the radio. Dennis wants to help. I found out my hand was starting to lose control. To notice the abnormality, Bali asked Dennis what was wrong. But you say you're careless. Stabbed in the arm by a clothes hanger. He took a cloth and wrapped it in his injured hand. Give the hanger for lightning. After trying a few times, I was about to get my radio. Of course, maybe there's a lack of accidents. The police officer turned into a zombie, suddenly falling off the roof, completely interrupting them. I saw the arm sticking in. Bali rushed to break it with a baseball bat. When you're done, you hide behind the closet. A few minutes later, the broken arm starts to move. Two people want to run, but was attacked by the mad arm. After a while, the arm becomes longer, but he doesn't seem to want to give up. In times of emergency, Dennis poked his head out of the cold storage room. Tell the two of them to get in quickly. I can't believe the arm jumped, banging against the glass door of the cold storage room. Also, the glass door firmly so there is no problem. But soon after, Seth and Bali discovered Dennis' anomaly. The thorns pierce through the skin and grow out of your arms. The whole arm floats up, the blue tendon is very twisted. Dennis tried to control but the force was relentless. Heart-piercing pain makes me scream endlessly. He asked the Czech to come with a knife. He decided to cut off his arm to survive. It's really creepy. No need for anesthesia. Lightning began to cut Dennis' arm with a knife. This whole process takes at least 10 minutes. Finally, lightning picked up a big rock and knocked it down. Dennis almost died on the spot. After being quiet again, Dennis and the Czech couple become closer, so much so that I talked about the past. Turns out you're an escaped convict. When he escaped, he accidentally shot and killed a prison guard. I never thought I'd have to commit murder. But it's too late. Ci's wife lives in Mexico. He and Lecy decided to bring some money to visit. See, Dennis is not a bad guy at all. Madness time goes by. Lightning noticed it was very quiet outside. Zombies seem to have abandoned them. The biggest difference between cold storage room and low temperature. The Czech boldly speculates it's just that the body temperature is lower than the surrounding environment. It doesn't attract the attention of zombies. And then I figured out how to escape. Set up an ice pack. After the body temperature drops to the ideal level, I went out alone with an ice pack to drive to the convenience store, because your body was frozen, so it's moving very slowly, to keep you safe. Bali set off firecrackers and threw them out. High temperature. It immediately caught the attention of the zombies. The Czech finally got in the police car, but soon after, he found that his body temperature was constantly rising. The zombies soon chased me here. With this agitation, causes the body temperature to rise again by a few degrees. The Czech Republic is about to return to heaven. Dennis found out the situation wasn't right, so I rushed out and used cannons to distract the zombies. The zombies were not fooled this time. It's going straight to the convenience store. Polly dragged Dennis into the fridge. That's how you escape. The zombies didn't leave. It crashed into the fridge like crazy. Even worse is, firecrackers accidentally ignited oil gradually on the ground. Convenience store. Dennis and Bali didn't have much time left. Look here. Take the opportunity to get out of the car. A police gun. When you go to the convenience store, Dennis and Bali had a time when zombies weren't paying attention. Escape from the refrigerator. Review sign. Let's all work together to lure zombies into the fire. But to improve your chances of escape, Dennis asked them both to go ahead and you stayed behind. After a moment of hesitation, then Lightning gave the police gun to Dennis. When you two leave, Dennis shot the zombies one by one. His other hand was also bitten. You can't even kill zombies. Dennis shot and blew up the gas tank. Burn the zombies alive. But you've also been seriously injured. Even if you don't die, you become a zombie. Dennis took off the necklace. That's the key to the bank safe. I hope to withdraw this money and transfer to the wife of Ci prison. After urging the two of them to leave, Dennis shot and blew up the entire gas station. It is also considered a great sacrifice. This movie is the end. If you think it's good, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support the movie craze. Thank you for your interest. Follow. Hello and see you later. One Piece.